From the Taylor Strength Bunker, with your hosts, the Strength Director Danny Taylor and Thomas Ronald Wakin. Gentlemen, the bar is loaded.
Welcome back to The Bar is Loaded. I'm Danny Taylor.
Thomas Regan.
In this episode, we're going to be advising our younger selves. Are we? No, we can't do that because we can't go back in time, can we? Episode 1 was a mess. The audio quality, basically what happened in layman's terms was the input was incorrect.
Yes.
So I had the input for the microphones was going elsewhere into the wrong areas. But yeah, I think we fixed it now, haven't we?
Yep, it was my microphone, wasn't it? That was crap.
Mine wasn't great either. We both sounded like we were talking through toilet roll tubes.
Yeah.
To put it in layman's terms. But we've done multiple sound tests today, and hopefully you can hear Thomas sipping his coffee. That's that accurate. Yeah, so this episode is advice to our younger, non-injured selves.
Okay.
I think this is going to be a fucking great episode because I'm definitely a mess, and I know you have also had your run-ins, and you are currently nursing an injury, aren't you? So,
yes.
We asked about it last week, but give us an update on your neck, Thomas. What's going on?
It's still not 100%. I can move it, but it's just so tight. I need to get a foam roller on it. Yeah. Didn't we ask what in the last podcast?
Well,
no?
Yeah, just in case we've got any fresh
Newbies?
listeners, yeah.
Oh, so
Assuming that we lost all our listeners in the last episode because it's that
the
bad.
poor quality.
Yeah, but the man, the myth, the legend, Scott Hedges is in the house, and he will definitely give us the value back in fantastic video content.
Quality. Exactly.
Yeah. So bada boom, bada bing. Fat Dad Lifts, his first video's just gone live, and I'm so proud. I'm a proud son. Hang on, wrong podcast. All right, where are we starting? Should we start with lists?
Lists of injuries.
We'll
be here for hours with you.
Right, you go. So you go first, just in case.
Okay, so we're talking just major injuries then.
Yeah.
Major injuries. I've had torn glute muscle. Yep.
What were you up to?
And rotator cuff muscles, both of them. Yeah.
Guys, if you're listening to this, I really wish you could just see the motion. Please stop. Make sure you highlight that.
Put that
Scott,
in the videos.
In fact, that is our new official GIF at Taylor Strength. Yeah, big thumbs up from Scott there. That is why you are co-host, Thomas, because of your expressions, the way you express yourself, your mannerisms, your hand motions. Yeah. And we will leave it there. So go on. Tell me about the glute injury. How did that happen?
So I was squatting and went down into a squat and basically tweaked something. It was a pulled muscle. I got up and then after that I couldn't walk. So I couldn't walk, and that was when I was at university. So I couldn't walk.
Scott's fucking creased. Wait until you get to me.
So my mate actually had to, who lived with me at the time, actually had to carry me home because I just couldn't put any pressure on my left leg.
I can just imagine him whisking you away.
Yeah.
like a newlywed.
Well, I think he was a bit pissed off. I'll show him this and he'll be pissed off because he had to cut his workout because I was in there for like 20 minutes maybe, and he had to quit his workout to take me
you'd
home.
only just started training. So do you think that was related to the warm up then? You weren't warming up correctly, or do you think it was something that would? Do you actually know what it is?
Yeah, I think I know what caused it.
So you don't know.
I think I
think
do.
You know.
I just think I know what caused it.
So you've got facts and what you think.
Yeah,
two different things.
So what I think happened. I went on Lane Norton's PH3 trainer.
Mm-hmm. Who's
right,
that?
and that's Lane Norton. Cool guy.
No, I'm just messing.
Cool guy.
Yeah. Cool. Friend.
Yeah, I wish.
Oh, okay.
I'd be ripped if he was a friend.
Just for those who are listening then, so he's like a powerlifting coach or something?
He's got a PhD in nutrition and he's a powerlifter. But mostly he's a nutrition coach.
Is he on Instagram as Dr. Lane?
Bio Lane.
I'll follow him then, because I hate it when people put doctor in their Instagram handle.
Yeah.
I've got friends who have done that, and I still want to be friends with you. But I just cringe a bit, because it's like, look at me and my degree. But fair enough, it's fucking hard work. So we've got a few docs in here, actually, haven't we?
Yes.
I'd probably
Josh.
be that guy. I'd probably be that guy. I'd change my Instagram handle straight away. I want glory. So you glute? Yeah,
so my glute, on the tangent, we went off. So yeah, my glute. So I was on a PhD, the PH3 trainer, bit advanced. I thought I was a relatively advanced lifter when I wasn't really. I was still a beginner in strength training.
Yeah, classic. Everyone does it. Think that they're more experienced than what they are.
Yep, and I was accumulating too much stress. I was squatting three or four times a week on the program, heavy squats.
Right.
And my body just said.
When you say heavy, what percentage ranges are we talking?
I can't remember, but I can't remember. I'll have to find it again.
It was heavy and
it was a lot of volume.
Right.
High frequency, high volume.
So just in case you don't know what we're talking about here, in a nutshell, the reason why Thomas has got injured here is because he's underestimated his abilities, his experience level.
Overestimated, yeah.
Correct. I'm wrong. And as a result of that, he's been doing very heavy squats, we'll say 85, 90, 95% squats of your 1 rep max.
Probably 80 to 90%, probably, yeah. 85 to 90%.
For lots of sets and lots of reps. You've got to be really experienced to be able to get away with that, first of all. I mean, unless you are like a complete beginner and you're still getting the newbie gains, you don't quite know what your true maxes are. So I'll use me as an example. Learning Olympic weightlifting, I can do rep after rep after rep after set at like 95% of my 1 rep maxes, because I've not reached my true potential yet. And I don't think this gets spoken about enough, is like your actual potential, your true potential. And I think this is where like experience as a coach really comes into play. To essentially micromanage your training day to day, whether you use like undulating periodization. We are going to do an episode on programming, aren't we? Which I think will be interesting. This one's going to come back up.
Yep.
But yeah, like I've never spoken to any coaches really where they talk about like how individual it can be based on your experience level, and like how, like what percentage ranges you can get away with working at for what period of time based on your experience.
Yeah.
I don't think that gets spoken about enough.
And
we need to highlight it.
I wish I had videos, because I lost. Well, I didn't lose my old phone, but I can't find any of my files. So it's got all my old lifting videos on it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do them all again then. If you didn't video, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. But I bet though, I don't think it wouldn't have been that much weight. Maybe like 120, 130.
Yeah, but
kilos.
Percentage wise,
that would have been high for me
at the time.
At the time, yeah. Which is now a warm-up.
All right. What was that? Your worst injury?
That's my worst injury.
Right. What about your latest then?
My neck.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Go on.
I slept funny.
Classic powerlifter.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm not going to show you.
Training related latest.
Rotator cuff muscle injury in the summer.
Yeah, and how do you work your rotators again?
External,
Sorry.
internal.
I'm really okay. Back on.
But yeah, no. So I was benching.
In the summer, huh?
I don't know.
Sorry, and I'm going to stop now. Go on.
But I don't know. I don't know what happened. I think it was because my shoulder was like too far forward. I forget what that's called. Internal rotation. Protracted. Yeah. Yeah. So it was
Shoulders
like
forward.
Yeah. So it was like that.
Yeah.
And I wasn't
rotated. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't working. I thought I was working enough back, but I was probably lifting too heavy on my chest. And my shoulder my pec minor started really hurting. So because it's based in the shoulder, I just say it's a rotator cuff muscle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Injury, and I couldn't bench for 6 weeks, 2 months, which is fucking annoying, because I was doing really well. I was projected like 120, 122.5 kilos, which my previous was 115.
Right.
So all that, I don't know. I didn't listen to my body enough, and then I just got injured. Couldn't bench.
I think you made a good point. Not listening to your body.
Yeah.
And I think that that's the reason why I've been injured so frequently, and I think that's the reason why a lot of people end up sustaining injuries, because they don't listen to the body. They don't know when to stop.
Yeah, the ego.
It is an ego thing.
Yeah, the ego takes over.
Bombshell. An ego. All right, ready for mine. How long you got?
How long have we got?
We're not going to get through this in 40 minutes. We do 40 minutes episodes. I don't think we're going to get through this.
That'll be daylight by the time you finish with all your injuries.
Ooh, fucking burn.
Let's go. Go on then.
Right.
Major injury.
All right, major. You're going to have to really think about this one, because there's been a few major.
What's the one that hurt the most?
Hurt the most is definitely... And it's not even gym related, though.
I know.
Oh, actually, you know what? It is, because I'd done it in the gym. I just didn't do it while I was training. Knee dislocation. And a few people who were listening to this have seen the video of me going down, and it looks like I get chinned by a ghost. I think Scott might be one of them. I went down like a sack of spuds. I look like, if there's anyone out there who can, and actually, you know, who could do this, Jenny Crimmins, and I know she's going to listen to this. Jen, I'm going to send you this video, unless I've already sent you it. I'm pretty sure I sent you it. Can you edit it on InShot? And do like a shooting sound effect. So I go down as I snap my leg. That was excruciating. This is what happened. It's not even training related. It's only training related because I was in the gym and I was training. I just banged my foot. My hips went one way, my foot went the other way, and my leg fucking snapped. My kneecap fucking...
Did you snap it back in at the time, or did you go to the hospital?
I pulled it back in.
Oh.
Pulled it back in. It was week 1, day 1 of my new training cycle after doing the gym build. So I was like so fucking motivated. I'd been a worky for the last like 2 months basically. I'd not done powerlifting, jits, nothing. Just went all in at trying to build tailors for 8 weeks. I lived in fucking worky pants and I was covered in paint, and I had fucking goggles on my head every day, and I was getting bacon butties from round the corner. I was living the worky lifestyle. I was going for sauna steams and brekkies with the lad. But anyway, yeah, so like super fucking excited. I built this program. I was like, yes, start fresh Monday. Like, you know, I'm feeling good. You know, I was like, just wants to get back into it. Anyway, yeah, about half an hour into the session, I banged my foot on a plate and my leg snapped. So there was no way I was stopping. So I just pulled my kneecap back in, which is what I do now, because why should I? I mean, I was on my own in the bunker. Yeah. Which...
Just lying
not
there,
ideal.
crying.
Right. I can't even like crawl out because I'd have to crawl up
the stairs.
So it's like, it's not happening. And by the way, if anyone's ever like dislocated anything, a knee, if you ever dislocated your knee, because it's not the same when you do your shoulder, which I also do quite frequently, jiu-jitsu, you can't move because you're weight bearing. Your leg is locked in position. Yeah. It is the most excruciating feeling. And I know, I remember someone, I remember a girl who I knew years and years ago, and I was on like my fucking 10th knee dislocation at this point, and she'd done hers as well. And I remember saying to me, and she's got kids, I remember saying to me that dislocating a knee was worse than childbirth. I was like, okay, that's interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
That bad of a pain?
Yeah. So I'm not worried about giving birth now.
Hey, there you go.
Oh.
But
no. Okay.
You know, come to that. By the way, sorry, just come to
that's
that.
Okay, yeah. Jump in. Fucking interrupt me.
Knee dislocation.
Yeah.
I was playing footy a couple of weeks ago, and someone did.
This is how I first done it.
And someone did their knee, and no one was around him either. He just went down like a sack of spuds.
It happens.
And we was there for a good hour and a half, 2 hours. He couldn't move.
Yeah, it's bad.
He just couldn't move.
It's bad. All you've got to do is straighten the leg, and it pops back in.
Just straighten the leg.
You've got to straighten the leg.
How did you do it?
I grabbed my kneecap, and bear in mind, my kneecap has popped out to the side of my leg at this point. Graphic. And I'm like, ugh. And I grabbed it, and I pulled it in and straightened my leg at the same time. And it just popped back in.
Weird.
That's what the paramedics do. I've watched them pop it back in for me that many times now. Yeah. A fucking solid 10. But when it's back in, it's a massive relief. Like, when it's popped out, you've got like these cold sweats, and
your body's
you're like, and you're fucking screaming. And because I know what the relief feels like, I was like, I've got to get this back in. What am I supposed to do? Fucking wait around and hope someone turns up at the bunker? Yeah. Like, am I supposed to even buzz them in? This is before we had the fucking the code system and all that. Yeah, so I'm like, how am I supposed to buzz someone in? You know, we didn't have like the scanner or anything like that at this point. No one's about. It's just me. Chris Rigby had left about 5 minutes before me, so I'm screaming, Chris! And yeah, it's just me on my own, and I've got video evidence, so it did happen. So I'm on 16 now, but again, it's not training related. 16. I'm still recovering from it now though, and it is the reason why I recently blew me back out. That is my most recent injury, and probably I would say one of the worst, just because it keeps coming back to haunt me.
Okay. And is it a muscular problem or a spinal problem, or?
It's yet to be determined, of course. Danny Staples has been sticking things. Hang on, wrong podcast again. No, he's been sticking his elbow everywhere, and
is he trying to find spaces?
He's trying to find things. No, it definitely like we're starting to narrow it down now. This is like we're going back to like mid 2019 here, where he's treated me from that point. But I didn't help myself because I went from powerlifting all in on weightlifting, so I changed disciplines. Yeah. I'd atrophied. So I'd lost all my muscle mass. I like my right leg had pure just wasted away because I couldn't really squat. Yeah. I've had like meniscus tears in the past as well. One meniscus tear. I guess like the highlights for me are like the knee dislocations, the meniscus tear, blowing my lower back out. You know where the low back one comes from, and I think I'll just expand on this because it's prevalent. It's relevant. Yeah, it's not prevalent. It's relevant.
English lesson again.
Yeah, we do this every day, don't we? Even just when we're sitting here doing work. It's all the Greek I'm learning. Anyway, so I first blew me back out doing a maximal sumo attempt at competition. I attempted 220, my back rounded straight away, but because I'm a stubborn bastard, I didn't give up. And I was just trying to like fucking rag it up, and it felt like I was stuck just below my knee for like 5-6 seconds, probably less on the video. Yeah. But I just felt a massive stabbing pain in my lower back at that point, and I knew it was done. I knew it was over then.
Was that an ego thing?
My lifting career was finished.
Do you think, was that an ego thing?
I think I always had that number in mind, and I was getting it no matter what.
Did you finish the lift or no?
No,
Did you have to
I got it at my knee, and then that was it. I think... Yeah, I did complete that competition. It was the same competition where I'd coached 23 lifters on the same day.
Do you think that had anything to do with it?
Yeah, because I missed warm-ups. I missed my caffeine time. Like, caffeine time was all off. I wasn't hydrating. I was literally just fucking like bursting at the eyeballs, full of caffeine. Missed warm-ups and almost missing attempts. I had lads in my group, my lifting group that I was coaching. So like, no sooner I would lift, I'd be helping them out with their lifts, and then we'd have girls from like the next flight warming up for their squats. So I was just all over the place. Unbelievable experience. Glad to say that I've done it, but it did well and truly screw me up.
Yeah.
But it put Taylor's on the map. So, swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, so essentially, don't coach and train and
no.
Don't coach and compete.
No. The next time I competed after that, many years later, funny enough, I got really ill the morning of my latest competition, and I say latest, it was in 2018. Was it? No, that's a lie. 2017. It was a Christmas spectacular, and I lost 6 kilo in like 2 days. No. But I put in my best performance ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, finished second, which no one gives a fuck about, but I care.
That's mad, that.
Yeah.
6 kilo.
Never won anything.
Did you drop down a weight class because of that?
No, because I was living the fat down lifestyle at that time, so I was walking around at like 85, then I lost like 6 kilos, so I ended up lifting at like 76 point something.
Yeah.
in the end.
So if you would have lost like 2 kilos more, you would have been in the weight class. You might have won.
But that's all she wrote, Thomas, and that's the end of it. No, it's not. But I think we do need to. We need to. Okay, we've still got 5 minutes, so we're not going to stop yet. The ball is still rolling. I'm going to wrap up my injuries here because we can talk forever, can't we? Yeah. The latest is still a back injury. It's come back to haunt me. Keeps coming back to haunt me. Progressing in weightlifting definitely isn't helping because it's dynamic and I'm changing position under load. Squats, I mean, absolute fucking kryptonite at the minute. I can't squat, or not consistently anyway, without pain. And anyone who really knows me well knows that squat's my absolute favourite exercise, my favourite lift. All I've got is legs and ass. Well, not anymore. But I would very much like my legs and ass back, and fill me pants in that out. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think with your jiu-jitsu and your powerlifting, as like doing two sports,
just don't do it.
Has not helped you at all? Like?
No, because I'm not injured from one, I'm injured from the other.
Yeah.
So just go all in on one.
On one sport.
Yeah, and just like do something to complement that.
Yeah.
Don't try and be fucking 100 mile an hour at both, because you'll end up like me, an old cripple.
Yeah, I'd agree. I can't play football that much anymore.
Thanks, Thomas. Appreciate that.
Because I get injured too much. Like, yeah, I just choose
old age, that means.
Why? I'm not old though. I'm only 27.
Old. I'm
not
29.
old until I'm 40. That's when I'm old.
Harsh that, Scott. Oh, no, you're not even lying. No. Tables have turned. Anyway, should we call it there and pick up again in part two of Advice to Our Young and Uninjured Selves?
Yes.
Beautiful. We're back. It's part two of The Bar Is... There was no need for that, was there? We're back. Part two of The Bar Is Loaded. So, part two, we've been the bog. We actually haven't. We just sat here while Scott changed the batteries and his cameras. But, you know, a question for you all out there. We've just been speaking about the song in Star Wars, the Cantina song. Thomas, yours is far more authentic, I must say. And I do pose a question to the community. So, the question is this. The name of the species who the band is. I want to know. Let me know down in the comments. And the winner of the...
It's the all-time
the person who gets the question right will receive a brand new...
T-shirts?
Shit, I was not going to say that, but now we're going to have to. Yes, you'll get a T-shirt, and we'll get it printed, custom made. The bar is loaded, and yeah, me and Thomas will sign it for you because we're big celebs now, aren't we? We're going to be number one on Spotify. Joe Rogan. See you later.
Yeah, we're going to say that every episode until we are top of the Spotify.
It's the power of now.
Yes.
Yeah. The secret.
Oh, we're not going into
Bet you love all that, don't you, Thomas? Yeah, so what mistakes did we make, Thomas? Why did we end up... Alright, why did I end up as an injured mess? What's your opinion?
Well...
What did I do wrong, Thomas?
What did you do wrong?
Alright, should we just throw it up there? Like gold dust. Yes, he knows.
WWE.
Not your... F, my friend.
WF? No.
WWE.
No. Attitude era.
The Attitude Era, good man. I'll take that. Yeah, Socko,
The Rock,
Mankind,
Steve Austin,
Dude Love.
I don't remember.
I've just named the same person, but in 3 different forms. Any other forms?
Dude Love was Mick Foley.
Oh shit, Cactus Jack, Mick Foley. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, see, it's all happening now. Anyway. I'll have to get Danny Staples. He'll love that part, by the way.
Yeah.
The little wrestling freak. He's going to be fucking sitting there jizzing in his keks, isn't he? Proper dig, that one, eh? Love you, Dan. He knows I do. But, you know, we've got to please the people. The people's eyebrow, right? Anyway. What mistakes do we make? We allowed our egos to get the better of our better judgment, I think, is probably the best way to sum it up.
Yeah.
I think we definitely could have spent more time and resources on things like sports, rehab, sports therapy, the likes of, and here's a shout out to you, Danny Staples, the likes of investing in a sports masseuse, someone who's studying to become a physiotherapist, who actually knows the ins and outs of the body, and why certain things are happening. And then are able to program and coach for you mobility protocols.
Yep. And that's, for me, that was a big thing. Like, when I was like 8, 19, 20 playing football, I didn't stretch off that much.
This is very common, isn't it?
I was just getting tighter. And then I eventually did go to a physio because my calves just wouldn't, like the next day from football, I couldn't walk.
And that's still a problem for you now, isn't it?
Yeah. I've still got ankle problems, yeah.
I think what Danny Staples might say, and I'm sure he will definitely, well, I'm not sure, he'll definitely correct me if I'm wrong, that'll be a build-up of scar tissue.
Yes, it is, yeah. And
because it's that robust.
Yeah.
The muscles are that robust.
And when I went to the physio, right, when he was like digging into me calves to try and
Major
get
pain.
rid of it, oh, it was ridiculous. But he said, I'm surprised you haven't snapped your Achilles. They're that tight. Because the muscle was pulling on the Achilles.
I've just got a thought. So that's interesting. I've just got a thought, though. I wonder if that level of tightness you're describing there is related to the likes of blood pooling in the calves. Because the muscles are that tight, there's just like
too much.
There's no blood flow.
Yes, yeah,
you know,
definitely, yeah.
Surely that can be dangerous.
Yeah, and I was getting cramps when I was playing. I couldn't last 90 minutes sometimes.
Serious?
Yeah, it was awful. That's when I went to a physio because I was like, this isn't normal. This like, but
you know, hindsight's a beautiful. I think I say this every episode. Hindsight's a beautiful thing. Yes. It is, and I really wish I had the awareness, I guess. And just fucking nous to just be like, right, this isn't going well. I need to get this seen to. I think there's probably an underlying fear.
Yeah.
Everything is fear. I think there's an underlying fear that, like, if I do this now, if I get this seen to, it might set me back, and I'm not going to be able to realise my strength goals in my timeline. But I think, like, you need to be able to fucking get over yourself and accept that. Taking one step back is better than taking 10. Fucking 10, yeah, right? Yeah, because... All right. Because, look at me now. I'm a fucking mess.
Yeah, I think that's a big problem with some people is that the when it's just a little niggle, like a little niggling injury, they'll just say, it's fine. And then a month or 2 months later, it becomes a big... And then you're out for 6 weeks, when if you did it at the time... You might have only been 6, maybe 3-4 weeks. You know what I mean? It's a shorter time period to recover than.
So that's a mistake. Yeah, that's a mistake. Us not seeking out other professional help was a mistake. Us not checking our egos, mistake. Yep. Any other mistakes that we made that led us to
probably not stretching enough. Mobility.
Overlooking. Well, you know, that's something I always done. You know, I always feel like I was maybe too mobile. I always feel like I always feel like I had like a lot of it because I was trying to do jiu-jitsu at the same rate I was doing my lifting, my powerlifting. Yeah. And like literally got fucking graded for my black belt when I was peaking in strength. I'd done my best squat a few weeks before I got my black belt. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. You
managing stress then.
Right, yeah, that's another one.
Physically and mentally.
So if we're talking about like from the physiological point of view, what mistakes do you think we made?
From a physiological,
psychological.
So I have like what I've read is that like when you come into the gym stressed, you're accumulating fatigue, mental fatigue, but it has an impact on your physical fatigue as well. So both of them just intertwine together. If your mental stress is like really high up.
Yeah.
And then you're coming into the gym to accumulate more stress because that's what you do in the gym, isn't it? Yeah. Basically. And you get level, then something's going to have to give. Like it's like an elastic band. You pull on both sides. Eventually it's going to snap.
I like that analogy.
So,
what advice would you give to your younger self? Your younger, non-injured self? So, I am the young Thomas Regan.
Okay.
Feeling presidential.
Mobility. First off, mobility, just
why should I do mobility, old Thomas?
because you'll get injured. Well, a number of things. One, you're preventing prehabbing from injury.
Preventative measure.
You're preventing injury.
Prevention's better than... What's the saying? Prevention's better than the cure? The cure. Thanks, Scott. That's why he's here. He's our liaison, our language liaison. Yeah, he's not here to film. But go on.
Oh, sorry. So in terms of mobility, doing lifts properly and using problem like squat.
We didn't even speak about technique, did we?
No. Technique was, for me, probably half squatting, quarter squatting, putting loads of fucking stress on my knees.
Yeah, they don't count them.
To blow. So, technique. But mobility, I think your mobility works hand in hand with your technique.
Yeah, I agree to an extent, yeah.
Yeah, because if your technique is, if you know what you're doing, but you can't get into them positions because you're so tight, then it's a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, we got problems. Any other advice you would give to your younger self? Little Tommy.
Seek massage therapy quick, faster, and invest in yourself before you get injured.
What?
Great content.
Profound.
Yeah. Mic drop.
Thomas the Philosopher Regan. Alright, I'd say, listen, you little shit. You're only going to get so far if you don't seek professional help.
Yeah, get a coach.
Physically and mentally. No. On a serious note, I had a coach when I got injured. But he obviously, that wasn't his area.
Yeah.
That wasn't his area. What I should have done was had the awareness and I think not been so ignorant to just see the fucking bigger picture. Yeah. And tell myself that, like, if I keep going the way I'm going, something's going to give at some point.
Yeah.
Whether it's me back, whatever it might be, me fucking knee, me shoulder, whatever injuries there might be, and that I can't go 100 mile an hour and multiple disciplines.
Yep.
What I'm talking about here is two things that are opposite ends of the fucking spectrum. Jiu-jitsu, dynamic, flow, changing position, getting thrown on the back of your head, right? The norm. And then powerlifting, static, moving from A to B, under like maximal load and like really high intensity. So yeah, total opposites. I would have said to myself, this is going to end badly if you don't fucking invest in, like what you said, in your mobility. Well, not mobility for me, but it would have been the sports therapy, the sports massage, and actually just fucking actually just focusing and going all in on one thing at a time, instead of trying to fucking be the jack of all trades or really good at all of them, because I think that ultimately is what has come to bite me in the ass, or stab me in the back would be more appropriate. Is the fact that, and I still do it to this day, I am fucking, and I'm like it with everything in my life, business included, I'm all or nothing.
Yeah.
I am literally all or nothing. I'm either all in or all out. And a prime example of this is like what happens on the weekends. I'm all in through the week, Monday to Friday. I do like me fucking 12 hours a day. And then on the weekend, I fucking switch my phones off. Like, no one can fucking, I'm unreachable on the weekends. You fucking message me and I don't message you back until 3 days later.
Monday.
Same for you.
Monday morning.
Right, yeah, Monday morning, it goes on straight away. And I just fucking sit there like a spud. Yeah, just sit there like a fucking potato on the couch doing fuck all. Well, I mean, while it's a pandemic anyway. Oh my...
COVID.
Somebody fucking poke me. No, don't. We haven't spoken about it. I'm fucking proud of... I just want to say I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
And you, Scott.
Yeah, no. Shut up. Yeah, so that's the advice I would give to me, just to segue back.
I'd think I'd give myself one more point, and I know like lifting helps with your sport.
Yeah.
But just choose one sport.
Right. Yeah. I think, what I said. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And to be honest, like if you're a professional, whatever in whatever sport, you're not going to be great at 2 or 3 sports, are you? Because they're not going to do it. So go all.
Unless you're just one of these fucking genetic mutants.
Yeah. But just go all in on one.
In which case, go fuck yourself.
I wish I was like that. just
right,
a
yeah.
machine.
Yeah, just on the juice and that.
Yeah, just doing everything. There you go. That could be a problem. That could be.
That is a solution, but it's an expensive one.
Yeah.
So, coming soon.
But yeah, I think just choose one. Even if you love multiple disciplines, just try and just choose one. Or like for you with your Olympic weightlifting, do like a low intensity.
That's why I've just gone all in on weightlifting now,
Yeah.
and it's a better crossover to jits as well because both are dynamic.
Yeah.
So, all right then, moving on, and this is our final thing, just to come full circle, which again is something I say every episode, and when I listen back, I really annoy myself. But anyway, as long as you guys are happy, that's all that matters, right?
We give the people
give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Sometimes. What preventative measures are there? What for the people who are listening now? What can people do to avoid injury, and what can people do to work around injuries that they've got right now? What would you say to them?
First one, I'd say look for muscle imbalances.
Can you talk this way?
Because it's not working.
There you go. Yes.
Muscle imbalances, because that's a problem when it comes to injury.
So
and sort out your muscle imbalances.
can you define that? What's the solution then? What you do?
Work on the opposite muscle that's tight. I forget what it's called now. Staples.
Can we summarise it by saying add some variety into your sessions?
Yeah, so don't do just bench press. Do some back. Do some
unilateral movements, single arm, single limb,
single legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
Split
single legs
squats.
are really good as well because they really find where your weaknesses truly are.
Hell of a lot of stability required.
Yeah, like my left leg. If I could do 10 Bulgarian split squats on my left leg, be fine. Go to my right leg and I can barely do 10 because I'm just wobbling all around the place. And so it's my right leg that's weak and unstable.
It definitely reveals weaknesses, doesn't it? Or problem areas, or a tightness, which is associated to a weakness. So I'd say definitely have a variety of exercises in there that you can use your single limb work, and couple that with a mobility routine that you can stick to and do all the time, and then finish your session with some static stretching, like 2 or 3 minutes when your muscles are nice and stretchy and flexible.
Yep.
The couch stretch is a good one. Yeah. What else would you advise?
Don't stay in one plane of motion. So don't be like in a linear motion all the time, like deadlifts up and down. You're just in one plane of motion.
Yeah.
Do some different, like lateral lunges.
Yeah.
I
like
don't know. Do like rotations with. I don't know, but
you
just
do that
don't
with both arms.
But just don't stay in one plane of movement. Try and vary your movement styles because you will just get tight. And
Like a tiger.
Exactly. What? A tiger?
Tight like a tiger. How long we go? Okay.
5 minutes.
Excellent. Can I make a point? I don't know what my point is. I've totally lost it. The point I was going to make was about... that's it, yeah. So, changing your range of motion.
Yep.
You don't necessarily, like you said, for a while, you were doing quarter or half squats. If you are injured, and just to like flip it a bit and change it to the injured crowd, because there are a lot of us now. There's a lot of us. Why am I talking like this? There's a lot of us now. You can manipulate the range of motion. You can limit it. You can squat to a box. You can do a front squat. You can do a high bar squat. You don't have to do a low bar squat. You can do a safety squat. You can do a fucking goblet squat.
Oh, you said
like,
squat.
yeah, there's so much. And if you can't do any of that, then train unilaterally, do walking lunges.
Body weight stuff.
Right, yeah. And then if failing that, yeah, you can work with machines. Not here, you can't. Yes. But that is for another episode. All will be revealed when you all return and we're back from this pandemic, from lockdown.
People are going to be loving
very
that,
soon,
man.
hopefully.
People's eyes are probably just lit up.
That's enough. That's enough. Don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Police Officer. Right, yes. So, if you are injured, it's not the end.
No. Do everything apart from rack pulls.
Definitely don't do rack pulls, you dirty bastards. Not in tailors, because I'll fucking batter you.
With the bars.
Yeah.
Don't bend me bars.
I'll fucking batter you. The lot of yous. Definitely speak to a sports therapist, whoever it might be. Obviously, we're going to recommend Danny Staples because he's the man and he's a lifter. So check him out. DS Sports Massage Biz on Instagram.
There you go.
I would have someone like him as well do like a movement screening or something for you. where you can get like a list of areas that could be problematic or areas that you can focus on when you're doing your mobility.
Yeah, for them, and I'm gonna say one thing about Danny.
Go on.
For the
Not
price that you, for the price that you pay him, for the money that you give him, you feel like you're robbing him. Like, is that
right? Yeah. Someone tip this guy.
Yeah, the
Give him a
information
tip.
that he gives you. Yeah, tip him.
What I love about Danny Staples, he does go beyond. He doesn't just fucking touch you up.
Above and beyond.
Easy now. He'll take you onto the gym floor and he'll actually take you through movements that will be helpful. Yeah. That's the difference between someone who can fucking give you a rub down and make you feel good in the moment, and then actually fucking
give you rehab stuff.
Give you the rehab and the prehab. Yeah. Give you stuff that's actually going to work long term. He's probably shooting himself in the foot in terms of like repeat business, because if he's not got any injured clients, then he's not got business. But also massage and preventative treatments like such should be part of any athlete's regimen, if you ask me. Any serious athlete.
Yeah, just don't go when you're injured. Go
right. It's preventative measure. Prevention is better than the cure. Right. Yeah,
exactly. So, and that's what, like, if you see professionals, that's what they do. Like, they'll come in, like, I'm going to use football for example.
Go on.
They'll play on the Saturday or the Sunday. First thing they do when they go in the next day is get physio, and they'll get a massage, and sometimes they even get a massage just right after the game.
Smart.
You know what I mean? And it works.
It's a massive part of it, and it gets overlooked until it's too late, which we can obviously speak from experience.
Yep.
And then before you know it, you're a fucking potato like us. Yep. I'm fucked. So yeah, fucking drop your ego and do something about it. It should be a real part of your routine, your prehab, your rehab, preventative measure.
Work on your mobility.
Definitely work on your mobility for sure.
Yep.
And you know what? We didn't even talk about food. Like, there's all like the mental side of it too. So like, there's the mental side of it, recovering, and your nutrition. If none of this is in place, water consumption, none of this stuff is in place, you're putting your injury risk much, much higher.
Yeah, we have missed out on a lot, but it is what it is, isn't it?
We'll do a follow-up episode. I've really enjoyed this one though, Thomas.
Oh yeah, we've done.
And hopefully you enjoyed it too. Lots of gags, lots of bad jokes, and lots of guest appearances. The man, the myth, the legend. So hopefully you enjoyed that one, guys. If you're listening to this, you'll know that we do this every Monday live. We do a premiere on YouTube at 7 p.m. every Monday. We're going to do that for the whole season. We've got 10 episodes in the pipeline, and we're looking forward to seeing you at the next one. Hopefully our voices are crystal clear now. I'm terrified to listen to this back.
It should be okay. I mean, it'll be better than the last
No,
one.
yours was really... No, it's much better.
That's good.
All right, I've been Danny Taylor.
Thomas Regan.
Don't fucking injure yourselves.